Hi, welcome back to another show. My name is Jeetu Jason, and you are watching Impact India. Why do NRIs don't invent or innovate as much as their Asian counterparts or Western counterparts? Well, this has always bothered me. Even when they say that India doesn't innovate because we are poor, we don't have the right infrastructure, the bureaucracy is bad. But what excuse do we have for Indians who are abroad? There are a lot of successful Indians in other countries. Why are they not innovating? Like NVIDIA is created by Jensen, who's I think a Taiwanese guy. Why don't we have something similar to that by an Indian guy? Taiwan is a small country. How does a big company like that come from a small nation like that? Although we have more people in Western countries by, as a percentage. So this has always bothered me. I think the reason is that it doesn't matter what country you are in, what country Indians are in, the lack of risk culture is carried forward everywhere you go. Okay, even the people who migrate out of India. The reason why you don't see a lot of invention coming from NRIs is because the culture is still the same. They might be in a different country, but their mentality is still risk averse, highly risk averse. Indians are mostly process and systems people. We innovate on systems and processes, but nothing else. Okay, even when we get a better country to perform, we still don't do the deep tech high risk exploration. So that's just the culture of our society. We are born and brought up in such a country like that. Even you, the one you're watching, most of you just want to get a 9 to 5 job and make a living. Would you sacrifice or risk your bread and butter to go after actually something that is truly innovative, which may not pan out? The probability of that not working out is really high, and no one wants to take that risk. Okay, for obvious reasons, because you'll starve to death if you do that. So that is the reason why even NRIs don't innovate as much as the Asian counterparts or Western counterparts. So what is the solution here? The only thing that we can do is we get people there are obviously out of 1.5 billion, there are obviously people who are explorative, who are risk takers, who don't really care too much about making money as much as they care about actually innovating and inventing things. So if you're one of those, if you're listening to this video, you are part of the resistance. Okay, so try joining my Telegram group and meet people who are similar minded, like-minded, and hash each other out. Form like a company. Find your co-founder within the Telegram group, and then build something. We can do something like that. That's what I can help with my content creation. I can reach more people and get like-minded people attracted to this community that I'm trying to build, and hopefully something good comes out of it. Hopefully, okay. It's a long shot. I don't know whether this will work or not, but it is worth a try. What do we have to lose? All I have to do is talk on this channel, and if you resonate with this message, we can form a small community of builders and then build something. Okay, if you resonate with this message, if you are like me, if you care about building things as opposed to just earning a salary, building systems and processes, which is kind of boring, but sometimes it is important, but it is not the deep tech innovation that this country lacks. So if you are somebody who wants to see this nation do better, and if you have that itch in your brain to create, to build, then this is a community that I would recommend you should join. Okay. And what do we have to lose? At least we will know each other. At least we know that we exist in this country. We just need to connect with one another. Anyway, that is it for today. I will see you in the next one. Do join my Telegram group, and we'll talk, and we'll try to build something if some great idea comes up in our head. Okay, that's it for today. I will see you in the next one. Bye.